Listen, most men spend their adult lives trying to repair a confidence that was quietly weakened long before they understood what confidence even was. Now listen to me today. Low esteem rarely arrives through dramatic collapse. It's usually born in silence, inside the earliest forge of a man's life. A man's childhood experience possesses a peculiar power, not because they are always hostile, but because they are formative. Now listen carefully. The boy who repeatedly hears dismissal instead of guidance begins to internalize a dangerous translation. He concludes that his voice carries less weight than the voice around him. The boy who grows within constant comparison slowly learns a different lesson. He stops competing for greatness and begins competing merely to avoid embarrassment. And over time, something subtle begins to occur. The mind begins to negotiate against itself. Thoughts will appear, ambitions will form, yet immediately another voice surfaces inside the man, and then a quiet voice begins, suspicious, corrective, and restrictive, and then it whispers, perhaps you are not the one. And that whisper, repeated often enough, begins to shape a picture. You see it in men everywhere. Men who hesitate before speaking. Men who dilute their own ideas before presenting them. Men who apologize for occupying space. Yet, observe carefully. The tragedy is not lack of ambition. The tragedy is internal permission. Because once a man doubts his own authority, the whole world begins to agree with him. A man must investigate the origin of his internal voice. He must ask a courageous question. Did the voice come from wisdom, or it came from the forge that raised him? Because once a man recognizes that the voice of limitation was installed rather than discovered, something remarkable happens. He gains the authority to question it. Listen, confidence is not the absence of past wound. It is the refusal to allow those wounds to define the architecture of the future. When you allow those wounds, you have given it the power to create you a blueprint. This message forms part of The Forge of Men, a series examining the environment that shaped masculine identity before a man understands himself. If this transmission revealed something within you, respond. Comment what environment shaped your early perception of yourself. Now follow, subscribe, and support this work. If these teachings shaping your awareness,